punk bands, and then we started, you know, trying to play things that were like beyond our own ability in a way. Like, we started listening to soul records, and then we were like, oh, let's try that. And then like, but you know, when we try to play a Marvin Gaye song, it doesn't sound the same as, you know, Marvin Gaye playing it. And then like, maybe we did something on accident that sounded a bit like a soul song. Like I think, and then somebody would be like, oh, that sounds like a soul song. And we were like, what? Well, I don't think so, but that'd be kind of cool, and that's cool that you think that. And then be like, oh, well, what if we actually tried to make something sound like that, you know? I lived in Long Beach, which is like South LA. It's like where the harbor is, the biggest harbor in the U.S. My dad and my grandpa and like past generations, they were all like Harvard graduates and stuff. Very like, I don't know, intellectual types for the most part, and very into science and that kind of thing. My mom was like, she was from a Mormon family, but she was a hippie, and both my parents were kind of hippies. And my best friend, this kid Nate, he had a neighbor that was this old punk rock guy, and he like would give us all these different CDs, and like Black Flag and Descendants and all this different like these great punk bands that were like from like South Bay, Los Angeles, and like Long Beach and stuff. The Descendants especially, it was like, I mean, they were like teenagers when they were making that music, and it was just really easy to relate to.
I agree.
I remember I went on a trip with my dad to Death Valley, which is this really amazing place in the desert in Central California. And he had the strangest taste in music. He was into like Enya, and then he was into he liked Dio for some reason, like Ronnie James Dio. So he had that Dio record, Holy Diver, on cassette, and we were like, you know, driving through the desert, listening to this Dio record, and somehow I convinced him to like that maybe I really wanted to play guitar. So, like the next Christmas, I wanted a guitar, and so we went shopping a lot, and we ended up in February, you know, a couple months after Christmas, my dad finally found a bass, and it was a little bit cheaper than a guitar, and it came with an amp, and a cable, and a strap, and it had a little skull carved in the back of it, and so that's what I ended up getting instead of a guitar. So that's why I play bass now. That's a good story. My parents got divorced when I was 6 years old, and my mom got back into the Mormon church, and so I was like dragged to church. Like I never understood and never believed in any of it. It never made sense to me. I was working as a chimney sweep, which people usually ask me about in an interview. Thank you for not asking. And our boss was, he was like this just very right-wing Republican guy, very religious. He had like complete disregard for the environment or like for waste or for basically any of his actions, because he felt like, you know, Jesus wanted him to use all these things and use the earth and things like that. So I wrote a lot about that. I mean, that's like what Until the Sun Dies Part 2 is about. Well, most of the stories with him are like involve the working situation, like him getting attacked by a swarm of bees, and having to hose him down while he's on the roof of working on someone's house. But I mean, I can't remember like a specific instance where, you know, like the exact argument that we had about this stuff. It was just like, that was like the fundamentals of it. It's just like, just believing that the idea that because you believe in God, that you can destroy everything, that everything that is here, like on earth, is yours to destroy, and that like there's no price to pay for that.